everybody, welcome back to our Faith, Failings, and Mercy Bible study units. Tonight we're talking about discussion questions from the last few videos. So we did the scriptures, we did some background information, and now we're doing some discussion questions. You can think these through on your own. You also can attend our Zoom gathering. I'll have the information to get onto the Zoom gathering at the end of this video. And that will be next week, Thursday at 6 p.m. So I invite you to come join the Zoom gathering for anybody who's watched the videos and wants to have further discussion or think through some of these questions on your own. So one of the things we talked about was this idea that humanity is both saint and sinner, both broken and saved. And so one of the things that I think would be helpful is to just think about some other examples you've seen where humanity is portrayed as saint and sinner. These might be examples from television shows, from books, other fictional characters. Just think about where else have you seen humanity portrayed in this way, and does that ring true to you as a valid understanding of who humans are and how we function in the world? So that's question one. For question two, I want to think about those people that perhaps we don't think are saints and sinners. Perhaps we think they're just saints or just sinners. In our society, we have people that we label as incredibly good, and we have people that we demonize or think are incredibly bad. And so we either put them on a pedestal or we put them in a pit. So think about some of those folks. Who are the people in society right now or in history that have either been put in the pedestal or put on a pedestal or put in the pit? And ask yourself, as you think about their whole life and their whole life story, are there times and places in their stories where maybe they didn't belong in such an extreme, either the pedestal or the pit, where in fact we can see glimmers of difficulty in the life of those who are put on the pedestal, or glimmers of hope in the lives of those who we put into the pit. And then if we think about, kind of the scandals that happen when we do put someone on a pedestal and then they fail in some way. What happens when we find out that our heroes are not perfect? So think about that and spend some time contemplating that. And then our next question, I'd like to think about why is it that the scriptures don't just tell us the good stories? The writers had the option to include, and God had the option to inspire the writers to include whatever stories the writers and God wanted to include. And so I wonder what your thinking is on why these stories are included, these stories that show people in all of their humanity rather than just in a perfectly positive light. And lastly, so our fourth question is, if we do in fact understand the biblical characters as fully fallible human beings who are also fully loved by God, how does that impact how we think about our own lives? How we think about God's mercy and grace in our lives? How we think about forgiving ourselves and forgiving others for their fallibility? And how we think about moving forward in our walk of faith. So those are the questions we're going to talk about further at our Zoom gathering. Again, the information will be on the video here at the end as to how to enter the Zoom gathering. It will be next week, Thursday, which is the 22nd of February at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I look forward to seeing you all then. God's blessings be with you.